Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th episode of the Day in the Life of series. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, because you are about to be in for the craziest episode of this series yet. And you're just about to see why. Let's go. Now, I know what you're thinking, and you would be 100% correct. Yes, this Jeep is driving onto oncoming traffic, and yes, that is his rear passenger waving a rifle to my face. Now, in this very moment, it just all seemed unreal. This was not real life. In fact, right after this, I started cracking jokes, busting out laughing from just how unreal it all just seemed. It was like something out of a movie. And this just goes to show the craziness that I run into sometimes while being out on the street. So if you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So without saying more, let's get to the video.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro! Bro, you gotta pray. Bro, you gotta pray right now. Why? What the fuck? Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Bro! That man is wildin', bro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And today, we are on Ogden. That one street that just gives us flats. Yup, this is it. Now, today's just going to be a cruise day. We're out here at night. Hello, policeman. Just out cruising. Going towards the city. Nothing more enjoyable than just being able to get a nice cruise in, hang with the boys, and enjoy the night, man. It's always nice to think about things in a nice clear space, enjoying the nice fresh breeze. Now, although this is episode 7, technically speaking, this is the first episode that we begin at nighttime. So, should I say good morning? I hope everybody's having a good night. May everybody get some rest, sleep well. I don't know. I will say though, as much resentment that I have towards this street because of all the flats that it's given me, I always have to appreciate the view. That thing's fast, man. What in the world is this?
The hood is the land of opportunity. I can get a chopped cheese, Chinese food, and Don Julio on the same block.
Yo, nah, we're done.
That's crazy. The things you find. You know, it's funny. I've gotten by this street so many times, and I've never, ever seen that. What? What happened?
There might be a cop behind you. Is there?
No. The black cop? Nah. Is there? Is there a cop? With all due reason, cops, you know, they might have a bad connotation. But, hey, we're just here. As long as we're cool, I think the cops are gonna be cool. That's usually how it goes. Hey, bro, the gun, was that an AK? It looked like an AK. The gun that the guy had, was it an AK?
Yeah. Hello, motherfucker.
is? Alright, bet. Alright, looks like his scooter may need gas.
Scooter.
So let's go ahead and find a gas station out here. Hey, there's a gas station right here around the corner. Alright, we're gonna make a quick gas stop. And we're not too far from where I wanted to head to tonight, so I'm not sure how much footage I have left on the GoPro, so I'm just gonna go ahead, put a stop now, and we'll return very, very shortly. And we've made it. Man, isn't this just nice? It's almost like a bike highway, you know? It's literally like a bike highway. It's a pass through the buildings. And the funny thing is, there's a very high amount of foliage. Like, I mean, look at all this green up here. Oh. For real. And we're not even done. Currently heading southbound towards Division. And then we're going to take a left. Should just be able to get into the city. Nice. What happened? Okay, if it breaks down, we'll take the train. Alright, but let's go. And just as always, there is an unfortunate series of events. One of the mini bikes popped the chain, but thankfully, one of the guys put in the master link to the chain. However, the problem is with that mini bike, when the bike's going slow, the clutch is shaking, it's causing the chain to come off. So we really just have to cruise it back home, try and get back as fast as possible without trying to slow down. What in the world? So right now we're heading southbound towards Cicero. Just gonna get back home, probably rest up after this because it's been a long night. Turned into a way longer night than it should have been, but things happen and we were able to solve it all, so that's all that matters.
Man, what a night that was. An absolute roller coaster. And we didn't end up getting back home till about 3:30, 4 a.m. And all I wanted to do was sleep at this point. But thankfully, we all made it back home safe. And now I get to rest.
And we're back. Holy! That was some really good sleep. There was a lot of footage from last night, and that was only the beginning of this episode. Where do we even start? Man, last night was absolutely insane. It just didn't seem real. I mean, I woke up today and it just did not seem real to me at all. And the train's passing. Okay, great. So That means we're gonna have to go straight. So we rode out from one of the guys' house. They live a little bit more down south, and we were heading up north towards Humboldt Park area. We were riding Pulaski all the way north to where we were gonna go. Thankfully, I was recording. So something that the guys and I were trying to figure out was, you know, were they just trying to scare us? Did they see the camera, or did they kind of think they just wanted to show out and flex their guns? I don't know. I genuinely do not know what would have gone through their head in doing that. You know, I'm very naive when it comes to these sort of things, but that's just because I'm not really scared in the sense that something like that does turn out in the worst possible case scenario. You know, I'm the kind of person that, well, that was the day that had to happen, and there's not much that I could really do about it. Who knows? They could have been under the influence, thought that was something cool. They just wanted to show out. But with that being said, that was the highlight of the night. The guys were also a little bit on edge every time that they'd see a cop. I was not too worried about the cops at all. I kind of know CPD don't really care, you know, as long as you're not causing any trouble, as long as you're just being chill. And we weren't like running red lights and driving extremely dangerous. So yeah, I mean, there was plenty of times where there was cops next to us, behind us, so not too worried about that. And then oh man, obviously the little Minibike Highway, I'm just gonna call it the Minibike Highway from now on. After we went to the Minibike Highway, unfortunately, one of the guys' minibikes broke down. The bike's chains got thrown out. And yeah, one of our guys kind of has everything that we need in order to get the bike back up and running in case the chain does fall off of the sprockets. And we were back up and running. And thankfully, the bikes made it all the way home. I think it was like a 15-mile ride. We broke down like at an intersection, and there was just like a cop at like a commercial center parked up, probably just laughing at us. And then at some point we were like, is he gonna come up to us? Is he gonna say anything? But no, they just drove up to us, saw what we were doing, drove by and left. Yeah, what a night. And to think that that's not how I ended off my day. That's technically how I started off my day. And we're ending it in the night. So yeah, with that being said, I woke up not too long ago, got some nice rest. I'm nice and refueled up to get the day started, and we are about to go to my first client of the day. So with that being said, see ya. And we're back. Back on the road. Nicely done. Service has been completed, and now we are headed to Garfield Ridge for one of our recurring services. And from there, we're gonna get these videos edited, man. I have a lot of footage to go through. It's nice to know that I have footage just sitting. That way, there's not that much of like this feeling of, oh, I need to go out and record, and rather just take care of what I gotta do, take care of the clients that I have to take care of, and then go back home and get it all nice and edited up. So, yeah. Now today specifically, being that I don't have as many clients lined up for the day, today is an outreach day. Today is a day to go back to the drawing board, outreach to either new clients, try and close new clients. Now what do I mean by going back to the drawing board? Editing, video editing, social media management, it's an ongoing learning process, as algorithms are always changing, platforms are always changing, AI is always evolving, and softwares are always implementing new features. The thing about working with people of different types of businesses and brands is that you're never going to use the same exact style with every single one of your clients. There's a big process that goes into play, and that's trying to figure out exactly what my clients' goals are, and two, trying to figure out what they want their brand to represent. And not just in terms of values, not just in terms of what their brand means or what their message is, but also the theme that their brand carries throughout colors, throughout logos, throughout everything, so that whenever their brand is stamped on something, people know who they are. Sometimes, when I have some of these episodes rolled out, I have up to 2 hours of footage, especially with now. The thing with riding on the scooter is that most of the time when I ride the scooter, I have somewhere to go. Like, I have a destination in which I'm going. But sometimes when I'm in the car, or sometimes when I'm out on the mini bike, such as earlier today, there's not that much of a destination, more just riding out and seeing what happens. So those types of episodes are extremely time consuming to edit, only because you have to go through 2 hours of footage and then maybe just select the best 15 to 20 minutes of that footage. So about an hour and a half doesn't even get used up, which is ridiculous now that I think about it. This past weekend was extremely successful for myself. Made a little bit over $1,000. And man, those days make you feel really good. Those are the types of things that happen and want to continue to push you to make more and continue to push you to do more. I think the mistake that I was making, I was stuck on this idea that I saw this number in my head and I just wanted to reach that number. But I also realized that if I were to have that quantity of money right now, let's say out of thin air, somebody just gave me that money, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I'd know a couple of things that I can do with it, but genuinely speaking, the management of that money would not be as efficient and smart as I would have wanted it to be. So because of that reason, I've agreed within myself that we should just focus on doing more than what we're doing today and just making a little bit more than what we did previously. And then once I can do that consistently, then you worry about the next milestone. How can I do more? How can I do more? Sometimes it's very easy for somebody to say, I want to make $10,000 a month, but they might only be making $2,000 a month. So then the question is not how do I make $10,000 a month? How do I make 3? How do I make 4? How do I make 5? And as long as you are on a consistent pace of figuring out how to make more, and just a little bit more, and just a little bit more, it's not really a question of how. It's a question of when you will actually get to that point. And eventually, you're earning enough money to allow yourself to buy back some time. How do you buy back time? Because time's always running. How do you even buy back time? You buy back time by paying somebody else to do the things that you don't want to do so that you can worry on more important things. Chris! Bro! What's good, bro? I'm doing good, bro. I'm on my way to one of my clients right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For real? Bro, fantastic, man. I want to see how fast I am from the stop. Oh man, we just finally met our first match. I told you guys the time would come. All right, ready? All right, 3, 2, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Nah, yeah, he's way faster than me. So we can't beat an SRT Jeep from a dig. We've learned that today. So any car with over 400 horsepower is probably going to take me off the line, especially if they have all-wheel drive. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in just a minute once we have completed yet another successful service. See ya! Just like that. So with that service complete, I will be heading back, having my lunch. First meal of the day today. Once we're done with lunch and I'm back at my desk, we are gonna send out some contracts that I was able to close. I just got confirmation from 2 of my clients for the go-ahead on some services in the upcoming month. So that's about another $1,000. So we're off to a good start, man. Very good start to the day. Some contracts rolling in, money coming in, and we're gonna get some content rolled out. And that is why, folks, it is extremely important that you always over deliver on your work with your clients. I'm very thankful to have built a business that even when new leads haven't come in, outreaching hasn't been going as according to plan as I would have liked for it to, I still have been able to leave a very good footprint with all of my previous clients, which are able to allow me to go on about creating content, editing content, doing what I gotta do, and then just still able to live off of and rely on previous clients coming back to me for my services to continue working with me because of how well I've either delivered or they simply like who I am as a person, that they're willing to come back and work with me time and time again. That's all it is, man. Every single time that you are given a task, it's very important you give them peace of mind and you give them a good experience to remember, that they're always willing to come back and experience it yet again. But thanks to God, I'm grateful and I'm appreciative of that every single day. But anyway, we have come over the bridge, our daily bridge. So with that being said, I'm gonna go enjoy my first meal. And if you haven't had your first meal, let us enjoy our meal together. Well, ladies and gentlemen. We started the episode here, and now we end the episode here. Except this time we've added one more member to the crew, so. Today's been a great day, man. Nice, productive day. Looking forward to getting back, getting all the footage together for this video, and then putting it all together. We're just cruising right now, as you know, there are quite a bit of people here using up the trail, but nonetheless, hopefully you guys can hear me a little better now with the visor down. But man, oh man. It's quite busier than usual. We did come here pretty early today. We are a little bit early, meaning there's still quite a lot of people out here biking around, walking around, so we're definitely trying to be cautious of everybody who is here. But at the same time, man, today has finally come to an end. And it's good to know that some very good reflective thoughts started here. I'm going over the bridge here. And here in a second, I want to show you guys the new vehicle to the fleet and what we're riding here, because earlier today, when we came, we were in a different bike. We weren't in this bike. So let me go ahead and pull over to the side here and show you guys exactly what I mean. Got the choke on there. Nice. Oh yeah, we've made it. Bro, the boy with the Welches. The boy with the Welches. Got the Welches on standby. But anyway, here's the bike, man. It's a nice little Honda 224, nothing crazy. Got some nice off-road tires. I don't know what frame it is, I just picked it up, but hey, made it here.
I can tell you what frame it is.
Nicely done.
It's a 2026 Thunderbird. All right.
Are you serious? Bro, stop trolling, bro. It's got a nice little torque converter on it, so the power delivery on this thing's pretty smooth, Even got the pegs back here for a second passenger if I really want to add one, and nice little rail right here in the back. And obviously it has no headlight, but always got to make sure. Let them know.
Why'd you take the butt plug off that's over here?
What butt plug?
The one that you sit on when you ride it?
No, bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, I thought you rode with no seat.
Now she's really going. Oh my god. This thing is insane. Woo-hoo-hoo. This thing is fast. But with that being said, we have made it to the end of the strip. And we have made it to the end of the episode. Now we are going to ride back home. And hopefully everybody gets home safe. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to an end of this episode. 3 more episodes till episode 10. I'm still deciding what exactly we want to do for episode 10. But, as always, if you've enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what do you want to see. Tomorrow we are back at it again, another day in search of a successful day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.